At Manhattan University, a graduate degree is not out of reach. You'll gain real-world skills, credentials employers value, and connections to New York City's top companies. Choose from their new Master of Science degrees in Healthcare Informatics, Digital Marketing and Analytics, Business Analytics, or Financial Analytics, all built around hands-on learning and industry partnerships. Graduate ready to lead, not just work. Take the next step at manhattan.edu/graduate. Manhattan University. Lead the future.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Remember what Memdani said, what happened to his aunt after 9/11? Not nearly 3,000 people died at the World Trade Center, Shanksville, Pennsylvania, the Pentagon in Washington. No, it's about how his aunt couldn't ride the subway anymore because of anti-Muslim bigotry. That was his takeaway from 9/11. The backlash to the Muslim community as a result of 13 Islamic extremists killing thousands of Americans, the most since Pearl Harbor. And this is what this guy was talking about at the time. This is cut number two. Go.
I want to use this moment to speak to the Muslims of New York City.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, he's crying.
I want to
Sorry.
speak to the memory of my aunt.
Yeah. Okay.
Who stopped taking the subway after September 11th because she did not feel safe in her hijab.
Still crying. Mm-hmm. Oh, it turns out the aunt story was complete bull. You know what? No, the aunt didn't move here until after 9/11, Zoran, and you know it. Then he later said, oh, no, actually, I was talking about my cousin. Yeah, I always mix up my aunts with my cousins, especially when I'm breaking down and crying about them, not being able to ride the subway. And we still don't know who this cousin is. Made up the whole thing. And then, again, that ridiculous story that he had about, well, after 9/11, my teacher pulled me aside while I was in high school and said, boy, this is going to get really rough for you because Muslims are going to be bullied now. Oh, yeah, that's the takeaway. That's really the concern that we should have had after 9/11. And now this guy is running New York City. It's really unbelievable. You know, and I found this old clip from Dice Clay, Andrew Dice Clay, still around. I'm not sure if he's doing stand-up or not. He was on Entourage for a while, but Entourage, then again, was on 20 years ago, so what am I talking about? Time goes pretty fast. Anyway, this is Dice, and he was a very, very big deal, let's call it in the early 90s, right? Hickory dickory dock. I won't say the second part, but this stand-up in no way, shape, or form could ever happen in 2026. I hope we bleep this because there's at least 7 or 8 opportunities to do so, but this is the type of stuff that would never fly in a billion years today. Give it a listen. This is cut number 10. Go.
In a neighborhood with black, white, that kind of you know what I'm saying? I could relate to black guys. I could hang out with black guys. I can't hang out with a guy whose name is Ahmad. I can't see saying to my mom, hey, Mom, I'm going to the ballpark. Me and Ahmad are going to play a little basketball. You know what I'm saying? They don't know the language. It's unbelievable. I get in a cab, right? I get in a cab. And I say to the guy, get me to the Theater of Living Arts, right? So this guy turns around with that smell. Oh. They never heard of soap, these f***ing people, right? With that f***ing smell, and he's looking at me. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? I'm you geek, huh? Where did they grow you? What rock did you crawl out from under, huh? They should have a sign at the airport that says, look, if you don't know the language, get the f*** out of the country.
Oh! I mean, I think in the middle of that sort of stand-up, Dice would literally have an IED probably thrown at him at this point. But yeah, that's the type of comedy simply would not, he would be canceled in 4 seconds, Dice. He should try it again just to see what happens. No, don't see what happens, actually. You're risking your life if you did.
Listen to this podcast now on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
The Leadership Thread with Dr. Peggy Polonis.
I'm Dr. Peggy Polonis. Join me on each episode where I unravel the story that shaped leaders, tracing the thread that led them where they are today. Because leadership isn't born in adulthood. And thank you once again for joining us on the Leadership Thread, education, ethics, and sustainability.
Download all of Red Apple Media's podcasts right now through your favorite podcast platform.